Pour the roast, let's talk about the day. Laughing even if it goes astray.
Welcome to...
Well, I thought it was funny!
Good morning, folks. Just barely. The time is 11:47 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on the 15th of March, 2026. And of course, that would be the 16th of March for my time-traveling friends on the other side of the planet. Our friends down in Australia. You know, those folks in Melbourne and other places like that. I hope everybody's doing fantastic today, no matter where you're from. Not just the folks in Melbourne, Australia. Everywhere. My name's Lee. I'm the guy who started this group, this community of ours, because there's actually two groups called Well, I Thought It Was Funny. And you folks are you, and you folks are awesome. And how do I know this? Well, this community of ours, Well, I Thought It Was Funny, wasn't so awesome until you got here. And it is absolutely awesome now. And that's because you're here. That math is simple. Thanks for being awesome. And cheers to you. I hope everybody's doing fantastic today. Sorry, I got a little bit of a frog in my throat there. I hope everybody's doing fantastic today. It is Sunday here, and of course Monday for those folks in Melbourne and all over Australia. How was your week been? And did you have a good week? I hope you had a great week. And if it is Monday for you, you know, those folks over in Victoria and Melbourne, of course. I hope your week is starting off great. So what have you been up to, my friends? I'd love to hear it. I want to know how your week's been. I want to know how your week's going if you are on the other side of the planet there down under. What's happening in your lives? I'm going to tell you what's going on in my life, but not until I ask a favor of you. Can you take a quick moment here? Click the reaction button, you know, that like button or the heart button or the thumbs up, whatever it might be. Can you please click that just so I know you're here? Thank you. I appreciate that. Right there, mini-me, right where he's pointing right there. Awesome, folks, if you have done that. If not, hey, I've got no right to ask you to do stuff, but I appreciate it if you did. So, that's what I was asking. What are you doing? What's going on, and how's your week been? I had a pretty good week. Last night, I went to a Calgary Roughnecks game. What are the Roughnecks? Roughnecks are a lacrosse team in the NLL League. That's the National Lacrosse League. This is what they call indoor or box lacrosse. And it is a fantastic sport, and Calgary really supports the Roughnecks. We really do. And I normally work these games, but last night I attended it as a guest with my buddy Mitch, who is also one of our mods here. Planned this a long time ago when I heard that the Ottawa Black Bears were coming to town. Ottawa Black Bears are a new team as of last year, and this is the first time that they're in the Saddle Dome playing against the Roughnecks. Wanted to see them. Ottawa's my hometown, but the Roughnecks are my team. So we went to that game last night. There was 15,000 people. Big party. Roughnecks games are always a big party. Lots of music. Crowd gets right into it. And yesterday was no difference. In fact, it was even more so because it was their St. Paddy's Day party. And they do this every year on or around St. Patrick's Day. And it was fantastic. Had a great time. I've got some photos to show you. I've got some videos to show you. Yeah, if you have a lacrosse team, an NLL League lacrosse team in your city or town, check out a game if you haven't, because they're so fun. Seriously. So we're going to start off with a couple of quick videos. Now, I'm going to tell you what the videos are because they're loud, and you probably won't hear me narrating over them. So the first video, these are from before the game last night. The game, this is at the Saddle Dome, the Scotiabank Saddle Dome here in Calgary. It's also where the Calgary Flames play. But anyways, I start off with these two videos. The first one, it's the drill crew, which is the cheerleaders for the team. This is before the game actually starts, and they're going to be doing a dance there. And then the second one after that is Howie the Honey Badger, the team's mascot, making his entrance. Now the team does go through this line under an oil derrick because the Roughnecks are people that work on the oil fields. Alberta's a oil producing place. I shouldn't say that too loud, but anyways, this is the drill crew, and then the drill crew and Howie the Honey Badger's entrance. pretty exciting. Fun times. And then I also have a slideshow I want to show you too. And a couple of these photos are from my buddy Mitch. Some of these photos are from me. Just a fantastic time last night. Let me bring up the photos now. This is the view from basically the top of the stadium. Went to go see my buddy John, who was working the top of 201, 202, which is basically an area that is access to some of the luxury suites. I thought this is a good opportunity to get a nice wide view of the dome. Oh look, I'm gonna turn off the rotating earth. Sorry about that, folks. So that's the first shot there, and second one is a view from where we're sitting. This is about half an hour before the game actually starts. That's warm up going on the field there. The field is our ice surface covered with boards and then covered with a felt surface. All right, and then this is my new jersey I bought yesterday. Not the state, of course. This is their new St. Patrick's Day jersey. This is the drill crew. This is before the game starts. Everybody warmed up. The drill crew. You saw a video of them just a moment ago. And this is from the Jumbotron. There's the Roughnecks there. And I like Ottawa's logo. I really do. More from the board. And this is as the team makes their entrance. They come through here. You saw this with Howie the Honey Badger, I think. Come through, big blast of fire there, and then of course the drill crew cheer them as they come through. Here they are lining up just before the anthem. I would never take pictures during the anthem. That'd be disrespectful. And a little bit of a scrum there before the game starts. There's some folks just getting right into it. I thought that was awesome. And this is taken like a split second before a goal. Number 55 there was just about to score. And a couple of fights. Actually, there were several fights last night. This is a couple of pictures of the same fight, though. And these last three shots were all from my buddy Mitch. And there we go. The final score, 13-9 for the Roughnecks. That's back-to-back wins now. There we go. St. Paddy's Day party. And we're back to the start. So, yeah, just a great night. It was really fun. As you can obviously tell, I am adding this after I've recorded everything else. But something I just about forgot to show you was the celebration when the team scores a goal. Because we're talking about fun. This is fun. Check out the energy, folks. And now back to your regularly scheduled video. It always is fun. I had a great meal too before the game. We went to Cowboys Casino. No, I didn't go to gamble. I don't gamble at all. But they do have a couple of good restaurants in there. The one that we went to was Melrose Place. Yes, Melrose Place. But nah, never mind. But we had we split up. That's Mitch and I. We split a hot honey pepperoni pizza. Oh man, it was so good. So bad for me for my acid reflux. Just absolutely terrible. But it was freaking delicious, and I'm glad we went. I'm paying the cost a little bit today. One of the reasons why we're started this really late too. But it was fun. It was a great evening actually, and we had a good week. I had a good week. Today I got so much laundry to do. It is ridiculous. Wendy and I split the chores in the house, if anyone's wondering. And one thing I do is the laundry. Most of the time, Wendy does laundry too, right? So, and we don't split it evenly. I got to say, I'm spoiled, and I've got to do more work around the house. And Wendy's not complaining. I'm just complaining about my lazy butt. But anyways, doing a bunch of laundry after this. So that's going to take up most of the afternoon. I didn't really have any plans. And I haven't done this. I was telling you folks last week and over the last couple of weeks that I want to rebuild a computer for my media server in the house. Plex server. You can look it up. That's Plex. I'm not advertising them or anything. Because I've got an underpowered one right now, and I like to watch a lot of movies, and I do let some of my friends have access to them too. So I want to redo that. So I need to find a computer case and a power supply. Then I pretty much have everything I need, so that's something I'm probably going to be doing later on today. I say probably, but I every time I've said that in the last couple weeks, I haven't done it, right? What else have I been up to? We have another group, or I have another group. It's called Well, It Sounds Good to Me. And what it is a place where we can share music that sounds good, you know? It's that simple. And I've been starting to do this thing. I think this is my third week in a row doing it. What it is the top 10 hits 40 years ago this week. And it's from the Billboard Top 100 charts. I think it's kind of fun. I just released one of those. I'll just do a quick excerpt from it. I'll do it right now. That's what it is. There's more to it, but not much more. I'm just having a little fun and also trying to draw some attention to myself. I've released it on, of course, Facebook, released it on YouTube, and I'm going to be doing it on Instagram and TikTok too. TikTok too. That sounds weird. So that group though on Facebook is called Well, It Sounds Good to Me, and it's Facebook/groups/ Well, It Sounds Good to Me. That easy. If you want to check that out, I'm going to try to remember to put a link in the notes, but I probably will forget. That happens. So that's what I've been up to, folks. What have you been up to, my friends? I would love to hear from you. I ask all the time. I have triple dog, triple cat, triple hog, triple frog, triple fish, triple spider, triple any animal you have. Dared you to send in photos of your pets. Come on, folks. That's still out there. I'd love to see photos of your pets, past, present, and maybe not future. That'd be weird. But I want to see photos of your pets, my friends. Come on and do that. But one thing, though, please do click that reaction button. I know I've already asked you once, but please click that reaction button, whatever it might be. It really helps out, I think, with the algorithm, but also it helps me out knowing that you're out there, folks. And me asking you what you've been up to, want to know about it yourselves. You know who does share sometimes? Rose Glad. Rose Glad, fantastic artist. She knits. She's an incredible knitter. Like, she's an artist there, but she also paints, and I've shared photos of her knitting and her painting before that she's submitted. And you know what? Today's no different. She has an incredibly gorgeous painting that she had done. I'm guessing Thursday night, because Thursday night is traditionally her paint nights, the nights that she goes painting. And I noticed this yesterday actually when I was at the game. I got the email, and I was before the game started. I took a look, and I just saw a thumbnail of the painting, and I thought it was a photograph at first. That's how good it is. So I'm going to bring up Rose's painting right now. I think this is gorgeous. I know I say this all the time, but I don't say that if I don't mean it, and I do mean it. Rose, fantastic. Thanks for sharing. As usual, gorgeous painting. Keep sharing them, Rose, and I really hope you will, and I expect that you probably will. Love it. Absolutely love it. Um, and I'm not going to ask you how that blanket's going, because I know that blanket is going at its own pace, at your pace, and it's looking fantastic. When it is done, I'd love to see it though, and I think you probably will share it. And folks, look at that. It's that easy. You share something, and I'll post it here, my friends. I dare you to share something, not just your cat, dog, hog, frog photos. I do want to see those. Share anything you'd like. If you want to share a video, that'd be cool too. Now, you can't share a video by attaching it to one of your comments here, but you can send your videos to admin@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. I'll be keeping an eye out for that, and if I can share your videos, which I would love to, I will. So folks, please let us know what's happening in your life. Let us know how you're doing. Share a photo, share a video. Come on, let's make the funniest city on the internet the friendliest city on the internet. And how do we do that? Maybe by getting to know one another. I had a lot of trouble getting through that, folks. There was probably about 8, 9 takes. I can't even talk. That was almost a new take. Why? I'm just tired. Weighing on me. Anyways, I do thank you so very much, Rose. I know I said that a dozen times. And now, folks, though, I do want to get to our featured posts. And usually I do 2 or 3 posts, sometimes 4. Today we're going to do 5 featured posts. 5 memes that made me laugh this morning when I was getting everything together for this video. Let's see, we're going to start off with Darling Nikki's post. Then we're going to a post from Lizzie Grin, a name you should recognize. Then one from Marion Cisco. And then one from Possum Moments. Is that all of them? 1, 2, 3. Maybe it's only 4. 2, 3, 4. 4 posts. But I'm going to shut up And I'm going to bring up, I'm not going to shut up. I'm going to talk through this too, right? Let's bring up our featured post, starting with Darling Nikki. All right, so let's get to those featured posts because I am just delirious, folks. First one is from Darling. All right, and I think, well, let's get to the featured post, my friends. I'm a little delirious, so we should just keep moving. But you know what? Today we've got 5 featured posts. Sometimes we do 2, sometimes we do 3, occasionally we do 4. Today, 5 great funny memes for you from funny folks like you. I've got one from Darling Nikki. I've got one from Lizzie Grin. I've got one from Marion Cisco. I've got one from Michelle Finnerty. And I've got one from Possum Moments. That's 5 great memes that made me laugh, and hopefully they're making you laugh too. Let me start off with Darling Nikki's post. And here we go. Maybe. Thank you, Darling Nikki. Thank you for making us laugh. Next one's from Lizzie Grin, a name you should definitely recognize. And man, did this ever make me laugh. And I would love to have something like this. Thanks, Lizzie. Lizzie shares some of the best stuff, and she's one of our top posters. Next one is from Marion Cisco. You should recognize that name too. Marion shares lots of great stuff. I could just picture this. That's all. That's why I'm sharing it. It made me laugh. Next one is from Michelle Finnerty, one of our top posters and one of our mods. Hey, a little bit of trivia. What you folks call Canadian bacon, we do not call bacon. We call back bacon or pea-meal bacon. It is not our regular kind of bacon. For Canadians, what we call bacon is exactly what you call bacon, you folks in the States. Just letting you know. The term Canadian bacon was actually coined by an American company for American consumers. A little bit of trivia for you. Not upset, just letting you know. Thanks, Michelle. Next one, this is the 5th, final, but not least at all, is from Possum Moments. Pretty big. I don't know, I'm not as touchy about it, but I'm starting to get worried about my weight. Thank you, Possum. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Marion. Thank you, Lizzie Grin. Thank you, Darling Nikki. And thank you to you folks for making us the funniest city on the internet. We're that way because you're that way. Funny. Incredibly funny. Cheers to you. And cheers to bad jokes. Well, watching hockey on the weekend, the wife and I got on the subject of life, death, and living wills. And I told her I never want to exist in a vegetative state, dependent on some machine and taking nutrients from a bottle. That's when she got up, turned off the TV, and dumped out my beer. A man brought his Rottweiler to the vet because he was cross-eyed. And he asked the vet, is there anything you could do for him? The vet said, well, let's see. And he picks up the dog, and he stares in the dog's face, and he says, I'm afraid I'm going to have to put him down. And the man says, why, because he's cross-eyed? He goes, no, because he's very heavy. How does a penguin build a house? He glues it together. I quit my job as a treadmill tester. I just felt like I was going nowhere. Sure, Bing Crosby was good, but can you imagine how much better he would have been if he was Google Crosby? I sure hope those jokes made you laugh, my friends. I have to thank my buddy Dave Knapp for the first 3 jokes I told today. The last 2 jokes I just heard out there wherever. If you know where they originate, please let me know and I will credit whoever needs credit for those. And folks, I would love to tell your jokes too. Why not leave your jokes as a comment on today's video or send them to me via email at jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. If I use your jokes, you're going to get credit, I promise. I want to tell your jokes, folks. And friends, if these videos are making you laugh, making you smile, and you'd like to show your appreciation, please consider dropping a couple of bucks in our tip jar at donate.wellithoughitwasfunny.com. For less than the price of a good cup of coffee, you can help us keep the lights on, keep that joke machine rolling, and help us keep that cow fed. Folks, any little bit's going to help, but the most important thing to me is that you keep laughing. Want to help us out and look good at the same time? Head over to store.wellithoughitwasfunny.com where we've got t-shirts, hoodies, 3/4 sleeve rock shirts. We got coffee cups. We've got to-go cups. We've got stickers. Check it out today, folks. That's store.wellithoughitwasfunny.com. Are you still there? I'm pretty sure Roselad's still there, but are you still there? Huh? What about you? Dave, are you still watching? She's one of those mirrors like in Romper Room. And I see... Anyways, and then I need somebody dressed up as a bee too in the background, so I don't want to get into that. It's starting to get expensive. But folks, you know I'm going to get back to the thanking you. I do this all the time. Thank you so very much for making this community so successful. Thanks for making us the funniest city on the internet. And most of all, thanks for making so many people laugh. My whole plan, creating this group, was to have a place full of funny stuff that people would find funny and laugh. You folks made that plan come true. Cheers to you, and thank you. I've had a lot of coffee. So proud of what we've created here. And I really hope we hit 1 million, but I'm going to cross my fingers because some people believe in jinx, and I don't want to jinx anything. I really hope we do. And if we do, it's because you people have made this place so funny. And you know, we have, 925,000 members in our community in the two groups together. But we have about 1,500,000 people that come here every day just to get their laughs. And that's because this place is so funny. You absolutely rock, folks. Thank you so very much. Now, I'm going to be back here again, most likely tomorrow. I can't see the future, but my plan is to be here tomorrow. I hope you're here too. Hope we have a few new people, but even if we don't, we already are the funniest city on the internet, folks. Cheers to you, and keep laughing, my friends.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I think it was funny.
Well, I thought 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 it was funny. Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I thought it was funny.